NHL regular season recap, night 36. We kick things off with the Penguins and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sidney Crosby popped off in this one. He has a hat trick plus an assist. Eric Carlson with a goal and an assist, and Jake Gensel rounds out the scoring for the Penguins. Once again, Columbus's goaltending just not good enough to get a W. They score 3 in this one from Marchenko, Chinnikov, and Texier. Again, just not good enough for Merzlikins. He wasn't bad in this one. He had a 900 save percentage, but gets matched by Tristan Jarry, and that's good enough for the W for the Penguins. It's a 5-3 final to start the night off. Bruins taking on the Buffalo Sabres. I hate to say it, man, but Devin Levi has just not looked good to start the year. He really struggles in this one with just a 722 save percentage, stopping just 13 of 18 shots. Buffalo was by far the better team for the majority of the game, but when your goaltending doesn't support you, it's hard to get a win, and that was exactly the case here for Buffalo. Boston got a lot of depth scoring. Pastrnak did have a goal and 2 assists. Charlie McAvoy with 2 assists as well, and Linus Ullmark stopping 32 of 34 are the main reasons for the win here. Victor Olofsson does get his first and second goals of the season, but those are the only 2 goals for Buffalo, and it's a 5-2 final in favor of the Bruins. The Calgary Flames visiting the Montreal Canadiens, and the Flames get good games in consecutive fashion from their goaltenders for really the first time all season. Jacob Markstrom stops 34 of 35, a massive game from him, good for a 971 save percentage and the W. Sam Montembeault was great for the Canadiens too, but 1 extra goal against is enough to cost the game, though not his fault by any means. Nazem Kadri and Connor Zary with the 2 goals for Calgary. Gustav Lindstrom with the sole goal for the Montreal Canadiens, his first of the year. It's a 2-1 final in favor of the Flames, who have now had consecutive pretty solid games. Again, need to keep it rolling for a couple games in order to really start to rebound their season, but a win's a win. You'll take what you can get. The Vegas Golden Knights visiting the Washington Capitals. I'm going to let my bias show in this one a little bit. I thought we were going to get curb stomped. The Vegas Golden Knights have looked fantastic all year. The Caps have looked slow, old, struggling to score, struggling to get saves, haven't been all that healthy. Really all the makings for a blowout game here. But Charlie Lindgren, man, shows up when we need him most. Dylan Strome continues to stay hot. Really a 1-0 game here for the majority of it here. Strome's goal coming with about 3.5 to play in the first. Scoreless until about a minute left in the third. McMichael gets an empty netter, and then Beck Mallenstein with a breakaway with like 25 seconds left makes it 3-0. Logan Thompson was great in this one, don't get me wrong, but Lindgren was better, and we get the W. So big win for the Caps. They move to 3rd in the Metro. Vegas is still fine in the Pacific. It's a 3-0 final for Washington. The Anaheim Ducks taking on the Nashville Predators, a scoreless first and then 2 goals to start the second by the Predators. Makes it look like they're going to take control of this one, but Cam Fowler makes it close with about 2.5 to play in the second. And in the third, Radko Gudas with his second goal in 2 games. And then Adam Henrique makes it a 3-2 game, and that would be how it ends. John Gibson was once again really good in this one, stopping 29 of 31. And UC Saros continues to struggle, man, stopping just 17 of 20. Good for an 850 save percentage. A big win for the Ducks, who move into 4th in the Pacific. While Nashville is continuing to struggle, they are dead last in the Central at 5-10. The Arizona Coyotes and Dallas Stars. By the way, my apologies if it seems like I'm just scoreboard watching this game, because that's exactly what's happening. I got to watch approximately 2 periods of hockey tonight before my men's league game, so did not get to catch much of the action. Nonetheless, the Coyotes open the scoring in this one from Clayton Keller. Esa Lindell ties it with about 2 minutes to play in the first. The only goal in the second comes from Rupe Hintz, making it a 2-1 game. A lot of the scoring here in the third, Jason Zucker, Lawson Krause, and Tyler Seguin with about 3:20 left to play. So that one hurts for the Coyotes, who lose out on a potential second point. They do get the one, but in overtime, Matt Duchene is the hero just 42 seconds in. It's a 4-3 final in favor of the Stars. The New Jersey Devils visiting the Winnipeg Jets, and you can tell the Devils are missing Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes pretty dearly here. They score 3 in this one. Timo Meier, John Marino, and Dawson Mercer with his 3rd in, I think, 4 games, so good to see him heating up. But the goaltending is not enough to support them. Akira Schmid stops 25 of 30. The Jets tack on an empty netter here. Ends up being a 6-3 final. 2 goals from both Ehlers and Kyle Connor. A goal as well from Cole Perfetti and Morgan Barron rounds out the scoring for the Jets. They continue to stay hot. They're on a good little heater here, climbing up the central standings. The Devils, on the other hand, struggling a bit without their 2 real leaders offensively. Does sound like Hughes will be back soon, but until then, if the goaltending continues to struggle, it might be a bit of a rough patch here for the Devils. It's a 6-3 final for the Jets. Yeah, that's about where the Blues scoring came from. I don't know. This team couldn't score goals to start the year, and now they've got like 13 goals in their last 2 games. Jordan Binnington with a shutout too, because why not? This is all against the Lightning, by the way. So a really impressive game from the Blues. Jordan Kyrou gets 2. Torrey Krug with 2 assists. Other goals from Parayko, Verana, and Kasperi Kapanen, because he's still in the league. It's all Blues, man. I don't know. They're looking like they could find their way into the third central spot, maybe a wild card spot if it gets to that point. But with the Wild being inconsistent and with Connor Hellebuyck still not entirely living up to his standards, this Central Division's up for grabs. I mean, even the Avs are struggling a bit. So if the Blues can keep scoring and Jordan Binnington focuses on stopping pucks instead of trying to punch people, this is kind of a scary team. Again, it's a 5-0 final. Jonas Johansson struggles a bit, stops 24 of 28. Kasperi Kapanen's goal is an empty netter. I don't know. The Blues look good, man.
Final game of the night, the Florida Panthers taking on the San Jose Sharks. Relatively low scoring game in this one, at least in the first 2 periods. In the third, both teams decided to say, screw it. No more defense. 5 goals scored in the third. The Sharks briefly go up 3-2, actually. Goals from Hurdle and Cunnin to take the 3-2 lead. But then about halfway through the period, Carter Verhaeghe, Kevin Stenlund, and Alex Barkov sealed things off. It's a 5-3 final in favor of Florida. Neither goalie was great. Anthony Stolar stops 19 of 22, and Mackenzie Blackwood stops 27 of 31. And that is it for NHL regular season recap night 36. We will see you guys today. I'm recording this in the morning.
You don't say!
For, I believe, 4 games on this Wednesday night 37.